Hey, my friends, are we all set to acquire the service of Mohamed Kunduz? Or is Chelsea ready to? Are we all set to walk away from the Eketike deal? And are we all set to let Madueke go? Is Chelsea about to sign Joao Pedro from Brighton? We have massive tons of news to discuss with you today, friends. We are hearing right now that Chelsea are looking at the option they are looking at the option to let Madueke go. Chelsea won. They are looking for option. They see some good deals, some good interesting build. Chelsea will let Madueke leave. They're looking at if they can let Madueke leave, but I don't think that is a good decision. The news coming out about a few minutes ago. Uh, from the Stafford Bridge, and we are hearing that Chelsea are ready to let Madueke go. So if anybody sign, put in a better offer, Chelsea are ready to let Madueke leave. Which to me, I think it's gonna turn out to back us. It's gonna bite us so hard, and which is not a good look to me. That is not what I really. I don't think it's a good idea to let him go. But if we are letting Madueke go and we are ready to buy a better player options, but it's okay. But anyway, that is what we are hearing about Madueke news right now. We are hearing that Chelsea are ready to let Madueke go. If anybody coming to be a bid around 50 to 60 million pounds, Chelsea will accept it and will let Madueke go. Now, my friend, let's move to the second news today. Now, let's talk about Kunduz. Are we all set to get Kunduz signed to the team? Because right now, as we speak, Chelsea are in a discussion. Uh, Chelsea are in a discussion with West Ham right now, and they are ready. If everything can come to fruition today, Chelsea are ready to trigger the transfer, the release clause. So they are talking to West Ham right now, and we all know this before, like a few weeks ago, at the personal time between Chelsea and Kudus has already been agreed. It's already finalized. It's in place. So now it's left for Chelsea to work out with the deal. But I'm not saying something is gonna work out right now. But Chelsea and West Ham they are in discussion for Kudus. But even though Chelsea made the valuation, they're still gonna discuss about the structure, how the payment, how they're gonna make the payment. So it's not something that's gonna happen immediately. I don't know how that, but all we know right now, Chelsea representative and Western representative, they are in a serious talk right now, talking about how they can work the deal out. And if Chelsea ready to make the evaluation, or if West Ham ready to drop the evaluation, or I don't know, we're looking at maybe they are ready to do some player exchange so they can bring the price down a little bit. But I don't know which player is gonna be part of the deal. But that's what we are hearing right now, that Chelsea are looking at, okay, if West Ham are ready to accept one of our player. I know we have many players who Chelsea still really want to sell, that they're still looking at loan out. So we have massive players that Chelsea still need to get rid of them. So Chelsea are looking at if West Ham can grab a couple of our players and they're ready to, um, as a part of the deal, bring their asking price down. So we don't know how that plays out. And also the other guy we want to discuss is Joao Pedro. We are hearing that right now at the same time that Chelsea also are looking at the option to get Joao Pedro signed. They are looking at the option if they can sign a Joao Pedro. Well, we all know too that a few hours ago, Joao Pedro and Chelsea they are okay with the transfer. With the personal time, as at the same with Kundus. Personal time with Joao Pedro has been agreed. I've been finalized with Chelsea. So the now Chelsea are looking at the option now. If it makes sense to trigger the deal, or they're looking at the option, I think Joao Pedro is about around 50 million pounds. 50 million pounds or 60. It's between 50 to 60 million pounds. So Chelsea are looking at an option. Maybe they're thinking that maybe it's a better option to go with a uh to go with a Joao Pedro instead of buying Eketike, because but let's see how it works out. But I believe that like few hours ago, I even one of my sources from Starbury recorded it, and I have some conversation on the phone call about the conversation about asking about how it is gonna go with between Chelsea and Brighton. So we don't know. I don't have a concrete news about that. All I know that I'm very sure is that between Chelsea and the Joao Pedro representative, the personal term has already been agreed. So now it's left for Chelsea and Brighton to trash the deal out to see how are they going to work out the structure, or maybe Chelsea going to meet out the made evaluation. Is what I don't know right now, but I know they're talking about it right now. Then the next guy we have to talk about right now is Hugo, the same Hugo Eketike. Oh man, Eketike D is really is stressed because I don't know how on air that these people are thinking that Borussia, they are thinking that Eketike is more expensive than Mamouche, the one that Man City got. Because I don't know how on air these guys are playing really. They are really playing hardball with Chelsea and other suitors that really want to buy, that are interested in get acquired Eketike. Before his asking price was around 70, they moved it to 80. But now we are hearing the news. We are hearing right now that these people are asking something more than 100 million. I don't know if I'm Chelsea. I'll walk away from that deal. We're not gonna buy that. If Joao Pedro is available for 50 to 60, and Joao Pedro can play he can play every role on those three lines. He can play from the left, he can play from the wing, and he can play at the center. I would just walk away from that deal. It doesn't make any sense. So I just see like they're just trying to play the hard ball, and it's not left. And we're also hearing that Eketike too is not pushing it. So that was why he gave his club a very risk. I give them a risk. It give them many good options so that they can hold on to him because he's not pushing it unlike the other guy we want to get, unlike Gaitney from Borussia Dortmund. He made it clear to the chairman, I want to leave, and Chelsea is my only option. I want to go. So it's quite different from Eketike D right now. So that's why Eketike D can be a little bit more stressful. So, and it's funny how they are asking over 100 million. Though as the moment Chelsea are still talking to them, but I don't know if Chelsea are ready to meet 100 million valuation. To me, it's crazy. All right, my friend. Then let's talk about, you are aware that Osimhen deal is still pretty much on, very much on. Osimhen is still interested in coming to Chelsea, and Chelsea still have a maximum interest of acquiring Osimhen. But the only problem is that Chelsea ready to trigger his release clause. But the only problem with Osimhen right now is that his wages is pretty much very high. Osimhen is not ready to to drop his wages down. And Chelsea, they are not looking at to acquire such wages, because why? Not that Chelsea cannot afford that, but we all know the structure. They don't want to mess with the structure, the payment structure of the team. For example, we have people their payment is below 200. So if a cement have to require for 380,000 pounds of 400,000 pounds, that is gonna mess up with their payment structure, the wages structure, and that is not a good look on the team, because it's gonna cause some dramas with the other players. If I'm doing fine and I'm performing much better than Osimhen. I'm just talking about, for example, if I'm Kopama and I'm doing much better, scoring more goals, scoring goal for fun, much more than Osimhen, and I'm being paid 180, and meanwhile Osimhen is getting 400,000, that can cause a big drama with the team. So I understand that, and I understand Chelsea idea perfectly. They don't want to mess with their payment structure, which I'm not kicking against that. So that's where we are with Osimhen. But Chelsea still ready, and they are ready anytime, any day to buy Osimhen. If Osimhen can bring his valuation, his wages down. So I don't know I don't know how far Chelsea want to bring it down. I don't know, maybe they wanted to slash it off, or we don't know. But I believe some internet discussion is going on between Chelsea and Osimhen representative. So we don't know how that's gonna play out. Now the last year, my friend, are we all set to see the end of Modric as a Chelsea player? Now we just learned today that Modric has been charged by the FA. He has been charged for having the doping substance in his blood, and that the maximum punishment for that there's possibility now that Modric is facing 3 to 4 years ban from football. This is not a good look on his career. I don't know how bad this is going to affect Chelsea, and I know for sure this is going to affect Modric so bad. And I hope can comes back great. But for sure, I mean, I don't know how bad this is gonna affect Chelsea. To looking at the PSR, the payment when they bought him. Every display was about. I mean, everything was. They distributed everything for 7 years based on his contract. But now that it's been banned for 2 years, I don't know how bad that's gonna affect Chelsea. But for sure, I know it's gonna have some negative impact on Chelsea, but I don't know how bad that is. And it's just because when we got this guy, to me, when we got him, I was just thinking that we finally got a new, what is it called? We finally got a new heading Hazard. And to me, I don't know. It's really painful to see this happen to Modric because it's a player I really like so much. I so much like him, and I've been praying each time Chelsea play. If they don't use him, I always like cry or always wish they can use him. And anytime they give me an opportunity, I always wish and pray for this guy. Hey, I only want him to perform better so he can put everybody on, so he can start playing. But unfortunately, this ban, I'm sure this ban is going to affect. I know it's going to affect him, and I just wish that every other Chelsea fans we can support Modric emotionally, mentally, so we can support him to be back strong. Guys, I hope he comes back strong. But we don't know if it's gonna be, but he's facing 3 to 4 years ban. I don't know, maybe his lawyer, his legal representative, they're gonna try to appeal the case, or I don't know what they're gonna do, but that's what we are hearing right now. It's not certain. I'm not saying they have banned him for 4 years, but he has been charged for using a doping substance in his because they found it in his blood. But now he's allegedly facing 3 to 4 years. So I'm not sure yet if Modi is going to accept that. I don't know, or if his representative is going to disagree with that and try to appeal it. Maybe they can reduce it. I don't know yet. But for sure, one thing I know is that I know it's going to have some negative part in Chelsea financial aspect. But at the same time, I know it's going to affect Modric at the same time. So, but all right, my friend, this is what I have for you today. We're keeping an eye on the other news. As soon as we have other news, trust me, we'll let you know. Once again, this is Blue Crown TV. This is Blue Crown TV, and this is where we discuss about Chelsea. We talk about Chelsea, and Chelsea. Please feel free, my guy. If you like what we are doing, please subscribe to our channel and hit this notification button so you can see our latest news. Thank you, my friend. Please subscribe to our channel and hit and like it, share it if possible, and please press the notification button. See you in the next my next video. Cool. Thank you.